Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome back to Tales of Arise. Okay, so in the last episode, we fought our way all the way through these areas. We fought that boss over there that was being controlled by one of Dothalim's previous friends, who was controlled by a dark spirit. We figured that out, and then we watched a bunch of cutscenes about Alphen's past, and now we're getting ready to go into the Forbidden Zone. So I went back. I was able to buy a couple items. We got us, I think, another pineapple gel. I didn't really have a whole lot of money, but I bought that, and I think I bought a couple more grapes, and I believe I bought some armor for some of our characters. And I gave one to Xion, and I believe the other one I gave to Dothalim, because the rest really wasn't an improvement. Like, it might have been like a little bit more elemental resistance, but it dropped like defense and other resistance, or like an improved elemental defense, but dropped normal defense and resistance. And I was like, nah, let's keep everything balanced, because that seems to be working out pretty nicely. So Xion and Dothalim were the only ones that had like 50, like an upgrade of 50 for all the stats, so I went ahead and upgraded them. And then, like I said, bought a couple new items to hopefully get us through. So I bought another pineapple, bought a couple grapes, bought a lot more life bottles because we ran out. And yeah, and then I made my way back here. So I actually haven't saved yet because this is still all the same recording session. So let's go ahead and save that there. And let's get to it. I also went to bed to restore my CP points and get a new...
You might very well learn the truth behind Shield's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
Yeah, I went to the end to replenish the CP points and to get a new cooking thing, because our other cooking one wore off, which I ended up getting, I think it was the slushy. The veggie slushy, which improves elemental defense, because the other ones for like attack I didn't really have or attack or defense I didn't have the materials for, so I just went with that. Anyways, let's continue.
I'm determined to save Xion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
Let's continue learning about Alphen's past. Here we go. I guess I should have switched to Alphen instead of being Dothalim. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Boop. Alrighty. Through the crazy corridor, which I'm actually starting to remember this. This was from a flashback episode long ago.
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. We can check it out.
And this is the one, this was before I started recording the series, but when Alphen finally figured out who he was, I had to play a cutscene when we were in this facility, so I recognize it, which is interesting. I'm surprised everything went around full circle.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
Sounds good. Yep. Let's go check everything out, but first we have another cutscene to watch.
For the people of Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How did they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority. grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
Yes. Let's figure out what the Forbidden Zone is all about. Oh, hello. Operating table. Many subjects undoubtedly never came back alive from the operations on this. Oh, yeah, I remember about that. I remember about that all too well.
I think I can make this work.
Ooh, it turns on.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danon astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Danon. Codename Sovereign.
Interesting.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the master cores.
Huh. Interesting.
With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title, Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They've re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Getting creepy.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Oh,
Volron?
I was expecting Xion.
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
Huh.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth
Does
of
make
records,
sense.
you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
Interesting.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena.
Lies and deceit.
The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
Wow.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
I was really expecting them to say that Xion was the second one. I know, again, this is something I didn't record. When we fought Volron, he did reveal that he was a Sovereign, which is why he was a pretty difficult Lord to take down. And I don't know why, I was expecting him to maybe be part of the crowning contest, which is why he was a Sovereign. But nope, he was experimented on, just like Alphen. Indeed.
Only 2 Sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah. We wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever
None
start to
whatsoever.
lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone.
They're also nice.
I think I'll be okay now.
They're all so nice to each other, and they've all been through crap. They've been through a lot in this game. Makes sense that they're all together in like one big happy family. Anyways, what was I supposed to do? Go further. Ooh, okay. Don't think any of these. Select the topic to explore. Unique adjacent. Let's look at this stuff. The following is reported the second successful case of Sovereign test subject experimentation. Test subject number 10105, given name Volron, generation NA, unique. Okay, so this is kind of just the recap of what he did. Although subject possesses high latent potential, it exhibits significant mental instability along with a strong distaste for following orders. Yep, that sounds like him. As such, the risk it poses surpasses even those of the last successful subject, itself a failure. and is therefore under consideration for disposal. Addendum. This is the first successful case in 300 years. Previously mentioned risk factors are now mitigated due to established control protocols. So he was unstable, but they passed him because it's been so long since they had another Sovereign that was correct, or that passed the test. Subject is to be evaluated under the assumption that Plan 2 will proceed and will be dispatched to Dana under the guidance of serving as a lord. Okay, select a topic. Okay, let's check out the lords. Each crown contest, five of the best qualified members of the Renan populace are chosen to act as lords, vying to serve as the next sovereign. During their tenure, they are granted a level 3 authority, as well as one of the 5 elemental realms to administer, and its corresponding master core. They're also assigned an ID crescent, indicating their designated element. The selection process is based only on astral energy or astral artistry and physical and mental aptitude. Other variables such as age have no bearing whatsoever, so they are chosen based off of their mastery of a certain astral element and their physical and mental prowess. So if they have good mental capacity, good physical capacity, and a certain element that they mastered, they can be it. I think I said the same thing twice, but whatever. Because only the strongest go on to become lords, the position itself does not inherently make an individual any stronger. It should be noted, however, that lords are not the only individuals capable of drawing out a master core's powers. All Renans must take part in the selected process, and acceptance of the position is mandatory. It is not allowed for them to deem suitable to decline. So if they tell you you're going to be a lord, you have no choice to actually be the lord. Interesting. Can't actually be like, no, I don't want to be a lord. I like my life. Interesting. Furthermore, in the event that an acting lord is incapacitated and can no longer serve in their position, a replacement must be quickly prepared. That is something they haven't done yet. Interesting. Very interesting. Doot. Let's see what's down these 2 hallways. I don't think anything's gonna trigger, but there's items. Life bottles. Hey, we got 3 more of those. Cool. Room unchanged over 3 centuries. It looks like time itself has stopped here. Yeah. Renans do an amazing job of keeping the dust out of their buildings. Like, if this was 3 centuries old, this should definitely be completely caked in dust. But then again, I just remembered that we're in space, so that probably has a lot to do with the fact there's no dust. And the fact that no one's been here. So forget everything I said. Hey, grape gel. Cool. Anything else around here? See it. What do we have here? You see lots of numbers. It looks like logs of alignment between subjects and Lenegus proper. So probably like astrogation charts for the station we're on. That would be my guess. Ooh, we're getting another flashback. Ooh, this is when he had his face on.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
No, don't leave me. I don't want to go to sleep. I like the sunlight.
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode.
Oh, okay.
The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system.
Ooh, that's a problem.
If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Elfin. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough.
10% chance of surviving. Ooh, man. Alphen is lucky.
Please, live for me, Elfin. That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the
Sedative.
result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
He's one lucky man. Survive to live when you have like a 10% chance of surviving in a situation. I have no words. I really don't have any words. The story in this game is amazing. Love it so much. Anyways, to the teleporter. I would like to go up, please. Thank you. Alrighty, we are in a classified area. And this looks like a boss battle to me. Give me a good item. I'd like a good item, please. Heavy treat. Highly valuable medicine spread across an area that restores 3,000 HP to all allies. Sounds good to me. Let's see what's over here. Always gotta check everything. Doesn't seem to be anything over here. Sad face. Oh well. Let's go over here. Into this weird creepy door. Ooh.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Yeah,
Of course.
the ritual area.
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
Hmm.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Ooh. Ooh.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Wait a minute.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Oh, okay.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of Oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first.
Well, that's a problem.
With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen the Sovereign was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well.
Ah, so that's how Xion got it.
Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Bye, Nori. Wow. That's amazing.
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
Lots of white sparklies. Ooh. So is she on Nori the whole time?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
Dude.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't! You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah! We can protect the world and save Shion at the same time!
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renin lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included.
It looks so cute.
Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori.
Thanks, Naori. Naori. Or adorable of a
Naori
bird.
sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
Is the reason for your curse.
the thorns.
Mm-hmm.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead, and it's for my sake, so I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Hey, new album, Xian, latest Maiden. Cool, so she got more AG points. That cutscene was so awesome. They're so adorable. Love their outfits. Revitalize, an advanced... Oh, that's Xian. An advanced healing art that restores all allies' HP. Yes, please. A CP restoration when full restores CP at the end of battle while the effects from cooking are active. So that gives us a little bit more, because I think there's another one that's like that. Reduce art casting time during combos and increase art casting resilience. Yes, please. Give me this revive. I want this revive. The latest member in a 300-year-long line of maidens, Xian intends to use her powers to confront the destruction looming over Dana. Wow. I love this game so much. And then I don't think Alphen got anything yet. Ooh! A new sword! Sodio Arthelius, a sword given to the chosen sovereign that draws out all of the latest powers as to carry out the spirit chanting. Let me try that sentence again. A sword given to the chosen sovereign that draws out all of the latest powers so as to carry out this channel to carry out the spirit channeling ceremony. Sweet. And new armor. Ceremonial garb given to the chosen sovereign, granting them the endurance to withstand the immense power of the spirit chanting ceremony. And a Lapars Belobelis, which I believe is hers, given to the chosen maiden, capable of interfering with astral energy. It's worn to contain the sovereign's power. Wow. That is amazing. I want to... Oh, cool. We got a new thing. God, they all look so cool. I love this game. So how big of an upgrade was that? 38. It also looks amazing, which means that I'm going to go to outfits and switch that to the new one. Boop, that one. Cool! Pretty soon we'll have sovereign powers. And how much were you? You were 85 defense improvement, so you were definitely worth it. Xian looks so cute. I love it. I love it so much. So armor. Let's see. This was a major upgrade from her diamond outfit. Indeed. And let me see what her new weapon is. I think, oh, she didn't get a weapon. She got just a costume. Let's see. This one goes pretty good with her. The basic rifle. This one actually goes pretty well too. The ground flood or grouper flood. What else do we have? This one goes pretty well. This one's not too bad either. The first rifle that she got in the game. This one's not too bad. The shaded S tier. I think I'm gonna go with the grouper. Yeah, but that gold doesn't go well with her. Maybe we will go with the shaded version of her original rifle. Kill! Put sunglasses on her. Oh. This is amazing. Okay, the woman with no walls.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dana.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Danans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
Yeah. Naomi is amazing. I deeply admire her. The pedestal where the Renaissance sat 300 years ago, now it gives us no trace of power. Oop. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording session. A lot freaking happened, and I need to process it all. So yeah, we got our Sovereign and Maiden outfits, and they look freaking amazing. I really like the way they look. Xian especially. She looks really cute and adorable. So yeah, really like this game, and I can't. Xian, stop acting weird. And I can't wait to finish it up. I think we're getting close because most of the big storyline elements are completed. We now know the whole reason why Xian has thorns, and we know how what the heck is his name? Alphen got all of his stuff going. So I think pretty soon we're actually gonna be done with this game. So once we complete the game, I'm going to continue playing it because I want to find all the bonuses because I absolutely love this game and I want to complete it 100%, which I'll record it so you guys can watch it if you want to. Anyways, while Xian's sitting here eating stuff, I hope you guys enjoy this. Please leave a like if you did, if you like what I do, consider subscribing. If you want to check me out playing other games, you can check out my main channel, which I'll have in the video description, where I play a lot of space and strategy games, mainly Homeworld. I like to play that game and cover it and play campaigns and all that fun stuff.
Standing around or what?
Yes, I am.
Just getting prepped over here.
Anyways, until Xian gets a little ticked off at us, I'll check you guys out in the next video. Till next time, this is Captain Soban signing out.